Be a part of the best pro wrestling podcast today by supporting the Going In Raw Patreon. You can enjoy access to the live taping of the show, exclusive merchandise, and patron-only episodes, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.
This is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw. That sounds terrible.
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife,
Marie.
and you are going in SmackDown Live. Who needs Raw?
What's up? It's your girl, Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you are watching Going In Raw.
Oh, baby, I like it Raw. Oh, baby, I like it Raw. And you are tuned in to Going In Raw right now. How you doing?
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson. Also available wherever fine podcasts are, including iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, Google Play, iHeartRadio, and hopefully soon to be Spotify. We're still on the road to Spotify. We hit a bit of a roadblock there, Larson.
Yeah.
When it comes to I emailed the guy, and then I got to email him back, and he says no guarantees. It's in a beta. I don't know what all the Spotify, man, this is all about, but we're going to try to get it
We're working
out.
on it. That's the important thing, that we're doing our due diligence to get it on Spotify.
Email some people back. We're also on Patreon at patreon.com/Steve and Larson.
Do you have the new pledges?
Currently have 48. Excuse me. I'm still recovering a little bit. Still recovering slightly from my voice issues from last week, but I'm on the road to recovery too.
Road to recovery.
Road to recovery. And yeah, at the Patreon, we have all sorts of rewards. You can kick in, help support the show, make it better, and in return,
$50 right here. T-shirt.
The friendo TJ Kinder just had one of those sent out to him.
It's a comfortable, high-quality shirt.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. Anyways, every week on Tuesday, I like to run down these new patrons, and so they get a shout-out here on the show.
Yes.
To open it up, and then we'll talk about Raw. Let's see here. These are all people who opened up their PayPal accounts to us. Robert Dodge, Justin Barta, Kiyomi216, Cameron Jenkins, Will Holler, Renee Pastora, the undisputed milling about champion Victor, the king of saunter style. That was my favorite.
That's good.
Too many people mill about, Larson. Everybody's just milling about these days. Deshaun Isaac, Dom Hassett, Macklin Burns, the 61-minute milkman, Thomas Maltby, the Iron Man heavy metal weight champion, Rusev's shower drain hairball, Tom Falconer maybe, Michael Draker, Philip Jones, Mike Bullitt, the official Gary Doyle, Robert Huff, Reese Davies, Michael Cowles, Big Man Boo Boo, Travis Parker, Perry Swift, Jake Diggum DeSursa, Chris Thompson, Bruto Jutras, Shane Cadell, the ghost of Harry Beef's child Taco, Jack Burns, the Bacho Man. Bacho's good.
That's good.
Jerome Murray, Jason Trinidad, Craig Toulis again, Dylan Superkick Scribner. They all put in money to the Patreon. I want to say thank you.
Thank you very much.
So very nice of you guys to do that. We're also at ProWrestlingTees.com/Going In Raw. You can get this. That's for the Patreon. You can get this one. You can get Going In Raw logo.
Fun wrestling logo.
By the end of this week, I'm going to have a brand new RIP Ulysses shirt, Larson.
Okay.
What are you going to have for fun wrestling?
Oh, another shirt, you mean?
Yeah, man.
I have some ideas.
All right. I like to hear that.
Maybe we'll finally see a stretch T-shirt.
I like it. Anyways, let's talk about Raw.
All right.
Raw. Whoa. No big Braun.
Well, I'm
Raw
still
for you
not
today?
feeling 100%.
That's all right. You're good enough.
I'm better. So, overall,
In a nutshell, Larson.
impressions of Raw. It would have been a pretty decent 2-hour show. As a 3-hour show, it was hard to sit through.
There was a solid hour to 90 minutes worth of pure and utter filler.
Yeah.
But there were some good bits. But man, Cinder, it felt you said it before we started rolling. Got to be honest, kind of a slog last night.
It was.
It was the go home to Fastlane, which admittedly is going to set up some interesting stories going into WrestleMania.
Yes.
But I feel like it's also I don't know. I'm so torn on how to feel about all this stuff. It's funny that we think is a fake WrestleMania card lineup leaked A lot of it seems obvious. Some of it, I just don't know, and I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Kicked off with the Goldberg promo. Goldberg came out.
Yes.
Still kind of weird to say that. It kicked off with Goldberg promo. Goldberg came out, and he said Kevin Owens looked nice in his fancy little suit, and he had his little spotlight on him.
Oh, last week, yeah.
Last week, the previous week is what Goldberg's talking about. And he said a lot of words. And then Kevin Owens, he said, and Goldberg said, I'm going to take that title from you at Fastlane.
Yeah, and then Kevin Owens comes out.
This is why I shouldn't be a WWE writer, because I'll just be like, okay, Goldberg, you're going to go out there and you're going to say, Kevin Owens looked nice, and you're going to take the title from him. Goldberg's going to say, don't you want to give me some lines? I'm like, I just did.
Yeah, that's all I want you to say.
That's all I want you to say, Goldberg.
And then Kevin Owens comes out in a nice suit, carrying that Universal title.
Yeah, he was very obvious when he dropped an Evolution reference.
Yes.
Like,
the evolution of Kevin Owens.
Yeah, it's
like
like he was so close to straight up looking into the camera as he said it.
I know.
And just saying, wink, wink, get it? Evolution. Last week I said the game. This week, Evolution. It's obvious where this is headed. But in wrestling terms, it's not that obvious.
No, because, apart from that one...
We just pick up on shit.
Quick backstage segment where Triple H talks to Kevin Owens. Everything they've been doing is, granted, they're fairly obviously alluding to something.
For wrestling,
yes.
In the world of wrestling, it's fairly subtle.
Yeah, between Owens last week saying the game, this week saying Evolution, wearing a suit, just like Joe and Triple H do. I mean, it's not that hard to put it all together.
Yeah. Next week he's going to come out.
That I wouldn't be terribly surprised at the end of Fastlane we have those three gentlemen standing tall to end the show.
I know. They'd be great.
There's going to be so many moving pieces. I've been saying this for a while. There's so many moving pieces of the main event of Fastlane. You have all of them. You have Goldberg, obviously. You have Jericho coming back.
Yeah, Lesnar.
You have Lesnar getting involved potentially.
Right.
That match is going to be overbooked, but I just hope it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, I think that's kind of what you have to do. It seems kind of obvious. Kevin Owens alluded to it last week in his promo. He said, it's a fact that the longer Goldberg matches go, the better the odds are for the opponent.
Yes.
And that's why I do think that, the bottom line is it's still Goldberg. We're not going to see a real match from him, I would think, until Mania against Brock Lesnar. So, yeah, I don't know how this is going to go down. Like you said, lots of moving pieces. I'm very interested.
Yeah.
No matter what, it's not. Here's my point about this. No matter what happens, and I say this, and it's probably going to happen. No matter what happens, this match will not end with Roman Reigns' music.
I know.
Well, that's the only thing. Honestly, it's kind of the only thing I care about. That's the only thing I care about. Something interesting will happen here.
Yeah.
Something interesting will
All right,
happen.
let me ask you this. We'll do our predictions video later this week for Fastlane.
Okay.
Which way are you leaning now? Owens retaining or
Fuck, man, I don't know.
Goldberg winning?
I don't know. Which way am I leaning? God, it's so 50-50 to me right now, but I would have to say Owens retaining. I would have to say Owens retaining. And I haven't looked. I'm not looking at the betting odds. I don't want anybody mentioning in the comments betting odds, which they probably will now. I'm not going to look at that. But I have to think Kevin Owens retaining because you can't build him up. This is obviously.
Well, not only not build him up, you can't build up this new faction.
This is a distinct pivot.
Without Owens winning.
This is a distinct pivot for Kevin Owens in terms of how they will be utilizing him.
Yes.
And to bury him and to have Goldberg bury what Kevin Owens is doing right now so soon makes zero sense, and it kills this new evolution thing that we both think is happening.
Let me ask you this. Also, I was reading this morning, I think on WrestleZone.
Okay.
That
on the down low, have you looked at the betting odds?
No.
Okay.
About Chris Jericho's schedule going forward post-Mania. He's advertised all the way through Payback.
Okay.
Will that change your thoughts about what will happen to Fastlane and possibly WrestleMania?
Payback is the one after Mania, right?
Yeah, it's the one in San Jose that we're going to be at.
Okay.
So could the main event for Payback be Jericho Owens for the Universal title? Owens gets his payback on Jericho for taking his belt from him at WrestleMania, and then they could write Jericho off so we can go on tour during the summer.
I don't think anything Triple H puts his hands on with the distinct. I think Triple H is building something that will be dominant through WrestleMania onto SummerSlam, with the lone exception of Seth Rollins giving Triple H a beatdown at WrestleMania in a street fight type situation, in an unsanctioned match.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I think Joe, I think Kevin Owens, I think they're going to remain untouched because that's the Triple H way. That's the Triple H way of building up a heel, is having them win through nefarious means, through any means necessary. And I think this is a Triple H product, and I think this is a Triple H faction, and that's how Triple H books things for himself in the day and going forward with this.
But also, if you look at it this way, say Triple H does get beaten up pretty good by Seth Rollins during their street fight. That could, in theory, take him out of the equation so he can't get involved in the Owens-Jericho match at Mania, assuming his match goes on before that. So, I mean, Joe will still be in the equation, but it increases the odds that Jericho could pick up, kind of a surprise victory.
Yeah.
Because you can book Owens dominant, still have him dominate the majority of the match. Jericho, being the veteran, pulls out a win somehow, only for Owens to do a situation like he did to Sami Zayn back in NXT, where at Payback he comes out and just annihilates Jericho.
It's possible. I don't think it's likely.
Oh, probably not. But
I as much as I would love to see a Jericho, I think we're going to get so close to seeing a Jericho Universal title win, and then just in true Triple H fashion, they're going to pull the rug out from under us and make us hate. The point of this is going to be to build Kevin Owens into a truly hated heel.
Yeah,
and I think robbing Chris Jericho of that Universal title is going to be the way to do it.
Yeah, would be a good way to do it.
And I think Joe is the interesting thing to me. The really interesting thing to me is this constant. The one knock that Samoa Joe has on him within the universe of the WWE right now, storyline wise, we saw it I think 3 times last night. Maybe twice, maybe 3 times. We saw it with Cesaro, which I thought was a really, really good backstage segment.
Yeah.
We saw it with Cesaro. We saw it with Mick Foley, and I think we might have seen it one other time.
Oh, about people calling Joe Triple H's puppet.
That's going to be a very interesting storyline heading into SummerSlam, I think. Because I think Joe is going to be the destroyer for the group, not necessarily at this point a title holder. I think he'll win a title when he turns face on the new Evolution down the line. That's booking out a long way from now.
Yeah, Steve here.
Yeah.
Fantasy booking.
I know. Usually that's you. But that's how I feel it's going to go down. He's not going to be the title holder. I think Kevin Owens is going to be the title holder, and it's going to set up probably Joe versus Owens at SummerSlam. That's what I see.
That would be cool.
That would be really cool. I think it'd be really interesting going on. Of course, we say that'd be cool now, but when we see like 3 months straight of that playing out in the main event, we're going to be like, how much more can we take of this Kevin Owens Samoa Joe?
I don't know if I'd say that because both those guys are so interesting.
Yeah, I know.
They're so good.
I know. I'm into it.
I think the Owens Jericho Reigns thing would have been more interesting if Reigns was just a more captivating character.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's a superhero essentially. Mm-hmm. You know what's always a knock on Superman?
Mm-hmm, yeah. He's boring because you can't do anything to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And that's how they've been booking Reigns.
So yeah, it's very interesting because I don't know if perhaps, we like to speculate on the creative aspect of things, on what's going on backstage. If perhaps Vince has been convinced that having a title around Goldberg's waist, like they haven't mentioned, I mean, Goldberg has mentioned it, but usually they make it a big part of the storyline. If Kevin Owens doesn't have a lost face lately, and Goldberg, they haven't been really hammering home the idea of him as title holder on the whole in the storyline.
No,
I mean, he's been talking about it.
He's talked about it. Lesnar talked about it, or Heyman talked about it last week during that interview segment.
Yeah.
But apart from that, the announce team, I don't think, has really been mentioning it a whole lot.
At this point, over the past 2 weeks, apparently Kevin Owens attacked Jericho at a house show.
In Germany, yeah.
And laid him out pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be it's going to be interesting how Chris Jericho is going to be a hugely over face, but the fact that he's only booked for like 3 more shows, Fastlane Mania. No, he's not booked for Fastlane.
No, but he's going to show up.
He's going to show up.
He'll be at Mania. He'll be at Payback, and I'm sure the Raw's all in between.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like this is going to be. I don't know. I mean, Jericho shows up, costs Kevin Owens the belt. That seems too small for what they're doing with Owens.
He shows up to make sure Owens retains, so he has this match at Mania against him before the Universal title.
Yeah, maybe.
That would seem, to fit in the pattern of how many times is Jericho, because doing that would create potentially more intrigue. Say, during the match at Fastlane, Jericho doesn't say anything. Obviously, he goes out, tries to help Owens retain, and you think, oh, what is he doing? His motivations be obvious. He went out there and tried to cost Owens a match.
Yeah.
Or he just goes out there and gives Owens a code breaker in full view of the ref. To get Owens the DQ win.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many ways they can go about doing it. Like I said, there's so many moving pieces in place.
Yeah, right.
Who knows?
Okay, moving on. Next up, we had what's called a slog. We had the New Day came out. Look, New Day are entertaining no matter what. They can be entertaining while they're sleeping. They're all sorts of great sexual innuendo. I should not take them for granted. But then when you add Rusev, who's brutally underused, and Jinder Mahal, who it's kind of weird because Rusev is on the way down. Mahal is definitely on the way up. He looks like $1 million.
Yeah,
man.
He does.
He's super veiny. His veiny attributes are all the way
before
up.
that match started, the New Day delivered a promo. Mm-hmm. Out came the Shining Stars.
Oh, this is kind of they had to do the Oscar thing.
Yeah, they did a joke about the Oscar mix-up.
Yeah.
And the New Day got an envelope, opened it, and said, "Oh no, we're not wrestling the Shining Stars. You guys are facing the Big Show later on tonight. We are in fact wrestling Rusev and Mahal."
I feel like haven't they wrestled them a lot lately?
Yeah, they've been kind of in a feud the last few weeks.
Yeah, it's kind of just to give the New Day something to do. You're never going to really get anything interesting. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that because they needed to give Sheamus and Cesaro something to do this week, and it was actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
On both sides of the coin there. But when you give them the same thing to do week after week, it just kind of gets into a slog. So we saw New Day take on Rusev and Mahal. Xavier Woods got sort of the roll up as Lana and Rusev were on the outside, distracting, being a distraction. Xavier Woods picked up the roll up, and then they bickered a little bit.
Yeah.
Enzo and Cass backstage. This is the one thing that I missed, and I couldn't find it. Couldn't find it on Hulu, and I couldn't find it on YouTube either today. Was Enzo said something about fucking a belt or something like that? That's what somebody on Twitter said.
I missed it.
Okay, I don't know. It's Enzo and Cass. I really like this next segment. Cesaro and Sheamus.
Yes.
Backstage, Samoa Joe shows up, and they allude to their past on the indie scene. I'm assuming they fought in Ring of Honor.
They did.
Okay, because Ring of Honor is where Claudio Castagnoli and I'm saying that name wrong, I know, and Chris Hero were the kings of wrestling, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay, that sounds right. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah,
I thought Cesaro.
They alluded to their history as well during their match later on.
Yeah. So I really like that because you don't see that very often. I liked Sheamus backing up his buddy. I thought Cesaro did an effective job with the lines he was given.
Yeah.
Again, they alluded to Samoa Joe being Triple H's puppet, basically. I thought this was a really effective backstage segment. It was something kind of fresh. We hadn't seen it before. This is, again, with Samoa Joe, you have kind of a walking dream match type guy.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's got a lot of history with the guys who are already there.
Yes.
So it's fun stuff. We had Stephanie berating Mick Foley more backstage.
Yeah.
And so the writing's on the wall there. This is his exit.
Well, yeah, Foley was said at the end during the contract signing that his days were numbered as Raw's GM.
It's a bit of the No Country for Old Men gimmick here for Foley. I like it. It's good. He's the Earl Smothers of the WWE Raw.
Yeah, everybody just crapped on Foley this episode.
It was shit on Foley Day. And then at the very end, I liked it, man. He was giving Braun the business.
Yeah, he was.
And he wasn't really backing down. Like, you're going to back down a little bit to Braun, but you're not going to back down that much. I was hoping they'd let him get a physical lick in.
Get a shot in?
Yeah, but, not sure how realistic that'd be. Then we had in the Cruiserweight division, Akira Tozawa and taking on Noam Dar. Tozawa beat Dar with one of them fancy, super quick, fast, snap German suplexes
those are
that he
great.
does. Those are fantastic.
Fantastic.
Akira Tozawa definitely a shot of adrenaline to the cruiser.
Some energy. Much needed energy.
Much needed, exactly. Brian Kendrick comes out and he attacks Akira Tozawa afterwards.
Yeah, he grabs the mic and said, "This is lesson 3." Saying, because they did a package before this match where about, it was kind of like part interview promo where Kendrick was talking to camera saying, hey, I taught you your first lesson.
Right.
Second lesson last week on 205 Live when I got your foot trapped under the ring. And then he grabbed the mic after this match and said, that was lesson number 3.
That's what we should do on our Patreon bonus episode is top 10 other lessons Brian Kendrick could teach Akira Tozawa.
Well, you already had an idea. I
What was
forgot
my
it
idea? Yeah, I forgot what it
Oh,
was too.
ring malfunctions.
Oh, yeah, top 10 ring malfunctions. I like my new idea better.
Okay, I'm sure we'll come up with other ideas.
And
As
more
this-
ideas, yeah. For $5 a month, you guys
the
can
show goes
check out
along.
our bonus episodes. Let's see here. Then we had Foley and Samoa Joe backstage again. Foley reiterates, Samoa Joe, you're a puppet.
I think he just said that.
He literally said you're a
that,
puppet.
yes.
Yeah, exactly.
And said, you have a match tonight against Cesaro.
Yeah, it was good. I was happy about that. Cesaro basically in the main event.
I know.
Like he's Cesaro. I like it. It's good. Charlotte promo. So Charlotte came down and she delivered a promo talking shit
About Bailey.
Bailey. Sasha Banks comes down.
Well, Bailey comes out first.
Yeah, Bailey comes out first.
Well,
Then-
Charlotte was saying how she was disappointed that Bailey didn't give up the title last week.
yeah, just a whole lot of yapping.
Yeah, it's kind of
Anyways,
long.
That led to I know. Charlotte sometimes they can have her talk a little long. That led to a tag match: Bailey and Sasha Banks versus Charlotte and Nia Jax. Nia Jax got the pin on Bailey after she
Body
she
slammed
just-
Sasha on top
Yeah.
of Bailey and then gave Bailey a leg drop.
But really, that was all set up. Just I think she like whipped Bailey against the ropes. Bailey came back and like Nia Jax just laid her out. And from then on, Bailey was just done.
Yeah.
She was just out.
yeah.
And like you said, she dumped Sasha on her, then delivered a devastating leg drop, which we all know is the most devastating maneuver in all of wrestling. Got the pin 1, 2,
Yes.
3. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Golly, lots happened.
Yeah.
Sasha Bailey backstage. She set up a match. Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax at Fastlane.
Yes, Steph did, yeah.
Stephanie did that. Then we had Foley and Braun backstage. And
Yeah, I guess Braun was worried that Reigns... Well, Braun wanted a contract for their match at Fastlane.
Right.
That's what he wanted. He said
Right.
he didn't want competition.
And Foley said, oh,
On
good. I
Raw.
needed something for Roman Reigns to do at the end of the show so we can close Raw out with his music.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure anything out. But contract signing's perfect.
Yes.
Didn't
So we'll
actually-
do that. Great idea, Braun. You have a
Great
spot
idea.
on creative now.
That was good. Yeah. So he set that contract signing up. Then we had Doc Gallows versus Big Ass. And it was like literally, it's funny because on YouTube they showed truncated versions of matches.
Yeah.
2 minutes and 30 seconds. They showed the entire thing.
I know. What is the deal with the club?
I don't know, man. What are
They're
they doing?
jobbing them out left and right.
They are. And like Steve's rule is there are certain talent that can survive being buried.
Yeah.
The club, I feel, are on the precipice of not coming back from this.
No, they're not.
They're-
They don't have the familiarity with the WWE universe that like Bray Wyatt did.
Yeah.
Or who else did you mention is
Sami Zayn.
But
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Like Sammy losing feeds into his character.
Yeah, I know.
So when he eventually does win a lot, it'll the crowd will pop more for him.
You know, man.
They are just straight up burying the club.
At this point, I feel like.
But then again, sorry to interrupt you. Gallows and Anderson will find a way to retain the titles at Fastlane. That's pretty much for sure.
Yeah.
So that
yeah.
if Enzo and Cass pick up the tag titles, it'll happen at Mania, not Fastlane.
Right.
So I understand that they want to have Enzo and Cass looking strong going into their match. I get that, but I mean, I don't know.
There are different ways to do it.
I know.
There are different ways to do it.
Other than burying your tag champions for the third week in a row.
I know, man. It's so bad. It's so bad. But like you said, Enzo and Cass, they got to make them look big. I really hope that Enzo and Cass pick up these titles at Mania. I'm pretty sure they will.
Yeah.
Do you see that as a triple threat, Cesaro and Sheamus? I'm not sure about that.
No, Cesaro and Sheamus seem like they've moved on to other things.
I think so, yeah. Might see him down the road.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I kind of like this. So they showed
Yeah.
this backstage segment during lunchtime, apparently. Titus O'Neil trying to pitch Sheamus on an all-Irish tag team, Sheamus and Titus O'Neil, because Titus is claiming that he's from Irish ancestry, and who are we to argue with that? And Sheamus seems pissed off the entire time, probably because he's eating what looked like a really bland salad. So that's A.
There's some broccoli on his plate, too.
It's a B. There's broccoli on his plate. Titus O'Neil pitching him on what I thought was a great idea. Sheamus, not into the salad, takes it out on Titus O'Neil. Gets pissed off.
They looked like they had a pretty good spread back there in craft service, though.
Well, yeah. Titus O'Neil got a close-up of that when Sheamus threw him into the table, one of the craft service tables.
There was 2 whole tables of food. I was hungry last night, so I
think
paid particular attention
think
to
they
that.
had any, I get a combo today. I get some of that pasta ham salad.
Oh, you mean they have little trays or something you can put multiple things
I
on?
wonder if they had pasta ham salad there.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm excited about pasta ham salad today, man. Them Safeway combos are great. Sheamus won easily with the bro kick.
Well, I mean, at the beginning of the match, though, Titus kind of attacked Sheamus from behind, got the upper hand early on.
Yeah, he got some licks in, but it was a really quick match.
Yeah, once it got in the ring, Sheamus won.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much.
Again, but you know what? Can you say that Titus O'Neil, like, is this really a burial? He keeps on getting
TV time?
He keeps on getting TV time, which is more than he got before. Is this more punishment?
I don't know.
Is creative just happy doing this with him?
You'd think punishment would be not having him on TV.
Right. Like the Shining Stars, I feel like they're being punished, but I haven't heard them doing anything. Titus O'Neil has a gimmick, trying to make friends. Shouldn't that what?
There's something floating. I got something in my eye, I think.
Shouldn't that make him like the ultimate? Hold on. Wait, just stay where you are. I got this, buddy.
Oh, a hair?
Look at that guy right there.
Thank you.
Ooh, boy. Like the White Cliffs of Dover right there. Hanging out with me all this time, really? Is that really taking a toll on you?
That wasn't my hair. I don't have any hairs on my head that are that long.
Oh, goodness. I'm just giving you some shit.
I mean, there's plenty of gray in my beard, Steve. You don't have to insinuate that I'm going gray. It's plainly obvious.
I'm not gray shaming you. I'm gray shaming you the same degree that you fat shame me.
I've never purposely fat shamed you.
Purposely. Getting back to Titus O'Neil, is this his gimmick now? Trying to make friends?
Seems that way.
Shouldn't that make him like ultimate face? Who doesn't? I feel like this is part of the America we're living in. What's a bad guy? He's trying to make friends. That's all he's trying to do is make friends, and they're demonizing him and they're jobbing him out just for trying to make friends. What's wrong with making friends, man?
Nothing, I don't think.
Nothing's
I
wrong
don't
with
get it.
making friends. Every time we go to a wrestling show, we make new friends.
Yeah.
Friendos come up to us. Hey, like the show. Thank you. Too sweet me. Get a pat on the back from this guy.
I shake hands.
You shake hands. You don't give a botch too. Can you give me a botch? Throw a botch too sweet.
No, because I feel like you always ask me to do that because you're going to try to trick me into giving you a real one.
I am going to try to trick you.
So I'm not going to do it.
Okay. Good sleuthing.
Or if I do it, I'll do it this way.
Good sleuthing there. I know. I like your, because it's like a hip hop pose. All right. Seth Rollins interview.
This was really good.
You know what? This has been great. But fuck whoever in Green Bay started chanting CM Punk, and fuck whoever in the WWE put a microphone literally right next to his face, because Seth Rollins was doing a fantastic job, and Corey Graves is fantastic. I love him. You know what's crazy, man? I was watching this, and there was just like, a two shot of both these guys, Seth Rollins, Corey Graves. Corey Graves, I'm so sad at Brains, because Brains get concussions.
Oh, yeah.
And he looks like $1 million standing in the ring with another wrestler.
Yeah.
He looks like $1 million.
Yeah.
Pure cash.
Yeah.
Big giant bags of money with the dollar signs on it, equating $1 million. How many bags would that be?
What's the highest denomination of bills? 100?
Well, technically it's 500, but 100 is mainstream. It's popular, yeah.
Okay, so what is it?
20 bags?
Okay, sure. I don't know how many $100 bills can fit in a money bag.
Corey Graves, that's how many.
Okay.
Yeah. He looks like $1 million. Anyways, I'm getting off on another topic here. He's a fantastic commentator. I'm glad he was able to take a negative into such a positive.
Yes.
Moving on. Seth Rollins was $1 million in this interview, and some jackass in the crowd started chanting, CM Punk.
Yeah, I know.
Why in the fuck would you do this? This is a fantastic, epic feud right now. This is a great angle. Seth Rollins is doing a great job. Corey Graves is doing a great job, and jackass in the crowd has to start chanting, CM Punk.
A credit to the rest of the crowd, though. No one else joined in. There's a small pocket.
There's a small pocket of them, and then
people.
I think they kind of got booed down a little bit.
Yes.
Like some other people were like, shut the fuck up.
I know.
Man, I'm telling you, you're completely within your rights if some idiot next to you during a fantastic promo or interview starts chanting CM Punk, shut the fuck up.
Honestly, unless a McMahon's in the ring,
that's the only time it's okay to do it.
There's zero reason to chant CM Punk.
The only time to do it is when there's a McMahon in the ring. Or Triple H, because that shit makes him. But probably. Not last night, Triple H.
Yeah,
last night, Triple H was on his game, but
but even if a McMahon is in the ring, it's not a license to do it.
Yeah.
You have to consider context.
Yeah, exactly.
And what's being presented in the ring.
Exactly.
If it's one of the McMahons droning on and on for a 20-minute promo to start the show,
Stephanie.
Yeah, you're well within your right.
Yeah, totally.
I think to do that.
When Triple H was officially when they were doing the authority shit with Seth Rollins back in the day. And they would open up every single Raw with Triple H and Stephanie in the ring, and they would drone on for 20 minutes. Then it's totally cool. Yeah. Totally fine. One jackass in the crowd while Seth Rollins is in there trying to deliver a really, really heartfelt promo.
Yeah.
Damn, shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so irritating. I don't want to run down the entire crowd. I want to do that because, lots of people. I have friendos are there. People are there to have a good time.
Yeah.
They're enjoying the show. They're participating within the confines of not being a dickhead.
Yeah.
Just calling out this one guy. If you're a fan of this show, I can do without you as a fan. We can lose one fan.
Oh, yeah.
If you're a fan of the show, guess what? You done fucked up. You got a lot of splaining to do, buddy boy. Anyways, moving on. This is fantastic. Triple H comes down. Samoa Joe evidently has teleportation powers.
Yeah, he just appeared on the opposite side of the ring.
He just appeared. Wyatt confirmed. Samoa Joe Wyatt.
Oh, could be.
Joe Wyatt. Sister Abigail. So Triple H, he says, I believe you met Samoa Joe over there. And Joe goes,
oh, no, he said, I believe you know Joe over there.
Yeah. And so anyways,
Triple H is really cranking up the arrogance in this promo.
Oh, and
he was such a dick.
And he's so leathery, and he's so wrinkly, and he's so old and grizzled now. It's fantastic. Lex fucking Luger, stop falling over. You're fired.
Take a nap, Lex.
You're fired.
Oh, you can do Vince again.
Yeah, I can do everybody now. People didn't realize that I could do John Laurinaitis just because I happen to sound like John Laurinaitis.
Lex is taking a nap.
Yeah, I've always been able to do John Laurinaitis. Anyways.
So this is really good.
This is really good. Triple H did a fantastic job. He said, do not call me out at WrestleMania, Seth. I thought for sure.
Well, he said, don't show up at WrestleMania.
Yeah, don't go
to WrestleMania.
I thought they were going to do the kind of cheesy thing where Seth throws down the crutch and is fine.
It was all swerve.
Yeah.
And just pedigrees, does a sunset flip powerbomb and then pedigrees Triple H.
Yeah, he was going to pull a Hiromu Tanahashi or Takahashi. Still getting those names right. But no, he didn't. And I'm glad he didn't because it added to the drama. It's like, ooh, will he or won't he at WrestleMania? And I think he's probably still rehabbing the knee.
Yeah.
And so it does seem like at Mania, we're not going to get an officially sanctioned match. We're going to get something more akin to like a street fight or even just like a Seth Rollins run-in, which turns into something, that lasts 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Which I'm totally fine with. I think that's great.
And actually, especially if Triple H is looking to build up the legitimacy of his faction, it'd probably be good if there was some sort of unsanctioned match.
If it was more like a guerrilla-style attack.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins is like an insurgent. Yeah, I know, I like it. But
not really a match where someone gets pinned, essentially.
Yeah, this was fantastic, though. I really like how this is going down. I really like how they're using Joe. I think Triple H is booking this absolutely perfect. Let's see here. Then we have Big Show versus the Big Show versus the Shining Stars, and Big Show he chokeslammed the shit out of both these guys. Shaq Daddy said that. Big Show said it's not likely.
Yeah, and then Shaq said the same thing. But he said it wasn't his fault.
But he made sure to make people know this is not Shaq Daddy's fault. I almost went into Arnold there. This is not my fault. I'm Shackton. Shackton. So anyways, I actually would be totally okay if Shaq didn't show up at WrestleMania. Like, why? If it's gonna happen, I want like a 8-month build up.
I know. There's been zero build up.
I want some Shaq. Ow.
I mean, I'd be all for Shaq being there, as you said, if there was some build-up.
Got some sort of scratch on my leg.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Then we had Neville and Neville's understudy, Tony Nese, backstage. Did you notice that when they next to each other, it's like, it's the same thing, except one guy has no charisma and the other guy has lots of it.
I know.
Like, Neville, give Tony Nese some of your charisma.
Yes.
He needs something.
Yeah.
He's on fumes, as they say. Anyways, Neville essentially said to Tony Nese, "Don't mess us up." And Tony Nese said,
Well, he said the purpose of this match is to soften up Gallagher in advance of Fastlane.
Right.
And Tony Nese said that might be your reason for this match.
Yeah. Anybody said my reason is to benefit the perfect specimen. What's his name?
The premier athlete.
The premier athlete. Anyways, that led to a tag match, or that was the preface to a tag match between Jack Gallagher and TJ Perkins, and then versus Neville and Tony Nese. And Gallagher ended up with the convincing victory, submitting Tony Nese as Neville looked on, threatened to get in the ring to do something, and backed away.
Yeah.
I think that Neville's work, especially in this feud, but both these guys' work in this feud is really strong.
Yes.
Strong stuff. Oh, by the way, I forgot. We're going to get Tozawa versus Kendrick, I believe, in the pre-show.
No, it's Tozawa and Rich Swann against Kendrick and
Oh, really?
Noam
It's a
Dar.
tag match?
Yeah.
Man.
During the pre-show.
Let's see here. So then we had, we mentioned this already, Sasha Bailey backstage. Stephanie says blah, blah, blah. Match at Fastlane.
Then we had Cesaro versus Samoa Joe. Really good match.
Really good match. They told a story of Cesaro busting his knee kind of early on.
Yeah.
He sort of came off the ropes onto the mat or onto the floor.
Sorry, I have stuff in my eyes.
You're a mess.
Yeah, no.
And Cesaro sort of gave an indication he tweaked his knee a little bit. Then Samoa Joe used that.
Yeah, he worked that knee over pretty good.
Exactly.
Picked up the win. They're not letting him do his muscle buster, it looks like.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I like that other move he does anyways.
Yeah, what is the move again?
I don't know what it's called, but it's kind of like a rock bottom.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm totally cool with it. It looks good because he makes it look good.
Yeah.
That's what he won with.
Yeah.
Then Joe was interviewed and said, whether it's Cesaro or Sami Zayn, they suck. I'm the man.
Yeah.
You see Adam Cole posted a tweet?
Yes.
And it just said hashtag I'm the man.
I'm the man.
Sami Zayn comes out. Sami Zayn's music starts hits.
Samoa Joe turns around, looks at the entrance, waiting for him to come out, but no, Sammy comes from
I like all these wrestlers
coming in from the announce table area.
Yeah, I like all these wrestlers who have no peripheral vision.
I know.
Because they have to kind of make it look realistic. Like Joe was looking here, knew he was coming from over here, and then was like, "Oh, I have to look over here." Otherwise,
I know. It's kind of like at the last minute he turns.
Yeah.
They did the same thing when Joe attacked Rollins.
What's wrong
a
with
few
just
weeks
going
back.
like this? Like if it was me, I'm like, okay, what's going on? I could, every angle,
I know.
I could do this instead of just. Anyways, let's see here. Then we had the Roman Reigns Braun Strowman contract signing. Shit got awkward when Braun Strowman was really laying in verbally to Mick Foley. He was getting all
saying
sorts of heat.
He didn't respect them.
Yeah, man. And Foley finally snapped verbally and said, "I am a legend. You must
If you don't respect me as a general manager, respect me as a legend."
Yeah, exactly. And he was getting in his face, and Braun kind of laughed him off. And
then Roman Reigns music hit.
Yeah. Oh, God. Here comes
Roman
Reigns.
So he comes out.
Guess whose music will hit at the end of this? Roman Reigns.
But I will say this. There was some fun back and forth between the two of them. The spear through the barricade that took out security guard.
Oh, no, I love that. I love
that. Great.
Poor Performance Center bastard.
I know.
Took a spear through the
local competitor.
I liked this segment. I thought it was just fine. I thought it was cool. Roman Reigns coming up against this real strong man in Braun Strowman.
The spot where Strowman throws him the turnbuckle and the turnbuckle comes off.
It was effective. Whoever produced this did a good job.
Yes.
I thought they got the most out of these guys. It was good.
So with Braun standing tall the last 2 weeks, does that seal Roman's victory at Fastlane?
Somebody pointed this out, though, and I know it bugged the shit out of me, too. Why did Roman Reigns' music hit at the end?
Because he signed the contract. Despite the beating, he still signed the contract.
That's not it should really have been.
I'm trying to come up with something, man.
Yeah, no. I like that you came up so quickly with that, though.
Yeah, that was just spur of the moment. I was on my feet.
I'm very impressed, actually.
Because despite ripping a turnbuckle off the ring post, he had the wherewithal to get up and sign his signature.
Well, he's there
to
for
that
business.
contract.
He's there to take care of business.
I don't think Braun ever signed that contract, though.
That's his out for Fastlane.
I guess so.
No, I wonder if that happens to Roman Reigns at other places when he finishes up his business. Like, he's done pumping his gas, puts it back on the nozzle.
He goes to Chipotle and finishes his burrito bowl and walks out.
he sneezes. Achoo!
No, when he sneezes, it's in rhythm to his music.
No, yeah. Achoo. Bless you. All right. So, anyways, that was Raw. There was kind of a slog, but there were some positives.
It would have been a pretty decent 2-hour show.
I really feel like, it's never going to happen, but man, it so needs to be a 2-hour show. Anyways, so we have some video questions before we go. We got some shit to open too.
Oh, we should do that too.
Okay.
Are we going to do video questions now before
yeah, let's
questions?
let's do them first because
All
they're
right.
just here and we won't forget about them. So we'll do video questions first. We'll open some shit, and then we'll answer some other questions. So first up, we have these are from last week, and we usually put these on the dirt sheet, but we forgot.
Well, they came in after we shot dirt sheet.
One of them came in after, one of them came before, but it was I neglected to put it in there. The first one is from M. Andrews. We'll see what M has to say.
Hey guys, I'm here. So, with The Rock calling CM Punk after Raw this past Monday night, my question kind of relates to how likely do you think it is that CM Punk will actually come back? And also, like, what other stars do you think, who have kind of estranged relationships with Vince could come back due to the egging on of other superstars like The Rock or Cena or something like that? Thanks. Love the show. Keep it up.
Thanks, Em. Thank you for
you.
your question. At the $20 Patreon mark every month, you guys can submit your own video questions.
Yes.
But that's premium space on the show. That's why it's $20.
Yeah. You get other stuff for $20.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Anyways, so CM Punk, of course, The Rock was egging him on, left a voicemail, had the people chant CM Punk in a very appropriate fashion.
Yes.
How likely is it CM Punk's coming back?
Very unlikely.
Very unlikely in the short term. In the long term,
I guess it's a 50-50 proposition in the long term.
yeah, I'd say that the same. I would say the same. You think is superstars egging on other superstars make any difference?
No.
No, probably not.
I think there's only one person that makes a difference whether someone comes back or not. Well, I guess two. It's Vince and Triple H.
Exactly.
I don't care how much The Rock potentially eggs on CM Punk. If Vince or Triple H doesn't want him back, he's not coming back.
If you extend egging on into some of my hair products, clumped
We are
up
a
right
mess
here.
today. I got fuzz
Not
or
as
something
much
in my
of a
eye.
mess as last week. Last week I couldn't even fucking.
There's like falling fuzz or something in here.
It's all
Or
weird,
dust.
man. You can extend egging on to AJ Styles or Seth Rollins in that video saying, "I'd love to face Kenny Omega." Who wouldn't? That's not really egging on,
No.
but I think there is some element of recruiting there that I think is probably effective to a degree. It might move Kenny's meter from 50% to 51%.
Yeah, maybe.
Perhaps. Maybe not. I don't know. Might make him feel good. Who doesn't like to feel good? By the way, did you see that Being the Elite video?
No, I didn't watch
With
that.
karaoke between Adam Cole and Kenny Omega. I hope those guys realize that they will never have more fun as they are having now.
Oh, yeah.
Because they look like they're having so much goddamn fun right now. Once you hit the WWE, I think a lot of that probably goes away.
Yeah,
I'm sure they probably still have fun.
You find ways to have fun, but still, you're on the road 250 days a year, and when you're not on the road, you're probably like resting.
You're
Those
not
2
going to have crowds like the
day and a half-
PWG
day
crowd
and a
when
half
you're in
home.
WWE.
I know.
We got one more video question from Davey Scott. Let's see what Davey has to say.
Hey friendos, repping the Fun Wrestling t-shirt here. Got a question. What do WWE need to do if they want to try and top Wrestle Kingdom 11? Personally, I don't think it's possible. We've watched Wrestle Kingdom 11. We see the level of intensity, the level of talent they've got there. Not to say WWE doesn't have the talent, but because of the WWE's stance on blood and violence in matches and high spots and banning certain moves, I don't think they're going to be able to top it. They could maybe come close, but they're not going to get a 6-star match at WrestleMania, because WrestleMania is about money, it's about spectacle. But if they honestly want to try and top or even come close to Wrestle Kingdom 11, what do you think they need to do? Do they need to let the cruiserweights work how they did in the Classic and not tame it down or water it down like they did for TV with the 205 Live? Or Do they need to amplify some of the normal matches with, weapons and higher spots? And I don't want to say risky spots to put wrestlers in jeopardy, but is that what they need to do? Because you look at the Omega Okada match from Wrestle Kingdom 11, and there's a lot of spots in there that are iffy. So, what's your thoughts? Do they need to try and increase the intensity if they're going to try and beat Wrestle Kingdom 11, or will it just fall flat? Thanks, friendos. Too sweet.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
I don't know if the WWE is interested necessarily in topping Wrestle Kingdom 11. I'm not sure if they really give a shit about that. Although they have all the talent in the world to do it. Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles, and if they say Kevin Owens, AJ Styles,
you have 40 minutes.
Do make the top Wrestle Kingdom 11 and build up a really, really solid story. That's where I think the WWE has a distinct advantage in that they have the breathing room in terms of a weekly show.
Yeah, to develop narratives leading up to these huge money matches.
And you said this yesterday. What matters the most in a fantastic match isn't necessarily jumping from a top rope to a barricade.
It's not the high spots. It's the storytelling in the match.
It's the storytelling in a match. That's what it is. And the WWE has the ability to do it. I think they care more about what they feel their bottom line is.
Yeah, they care more about, for Mania especially, I think, is popping box office.
Mm-hmm, absolutely, yeah. And bringing in casual fans to convert them into network subscribers.
Yeah.
And they're not necessarily going to do that by trying to,
put on a card of 4 to 5 star matches.
They're not looking to make Dave Meltzer, pop his lid. They want the casuals to pop their lids.
Yep.
And business-wise, that's working for them.
Yeah.
But what they would need to do, I think we just said it, Kevin Owens or Seth Rollins versus an AJ Styles.
Yeah.
I think those are the three guys. Who am I missing? Sami Zayn could put on that match. Nakamura versus AJ Styles.
Yeah.
We've seen that at Wrestle Kingdom.
If they had saved Cena and AJ's rematch for Mania.
There's a possibility there.
40-minute match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people were really impressed by their Rumble match. I thought their SummerSlam match was better.
Yeah, me
personally.
Too. Yeah.
But there's the building blocks obviously there for something really special to happen, especially if it's Cena's attempt to tie Ric Flair's record. There's a lot of really good storylines going in there.
Yeah.
And you can tell the story of AJ trying to do everything he can, maybe even cheating a little bit, to try to keep A, the belt on him, and B, Cena from tying that record.
Mm-hmm. And
they just did it at the Rumble, then had Cena drop the belt a month later, 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Didn't really make a whole lot of sense. It felt like they were just trying to get that obligation out of the way.
Yeah, I know. Bummer. We're going to open up some stuff. You guys can send them stuff. So we've got our Newsplex set that we're building over there, but we kind of felt good doing Newsplex here.
Yeah, I felt more natural doing it here.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
I felt more comfortable.
So I'm not sure, but, always send us stuff. Well, we might still use that. We got some ideas for some more scripted stuff. But we just have no time.
I know.
No time to do
We have
it.
zero time.
Here's some stuff down here.
Okay, get stuff.
If you guys want to send us stuff, the address in the description is P.O. Box 1814, Orangevale, California, 95662.
Let me get my keys out.
Yeah, this one here. I know this might be a tough one, too. The post office has their fingerprints all over this one. This is from Lindsay Mahe, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Lindsay. Ooh, it's a poster.
Cool.
It's a poster.
Cool.
Oh my god, it might be several posters.
Looks like multiple. Oh, man.
Oh man. Oh no. Oh no.
So
Bro.
Oh, sorry.
Vince Russo.
And Arya Davari.
Oh, cool. I like Davari.
Yeah, I do too.
Hey, bro. We'll put that up.
And
there.
then we have a bunch of toys.
Oh, nice.
RVD.
What do you say? Oh my god, there's a
Blue
lot.
Tista.
Blue Tista. Oh, look at that. Look at this old school. Look at who the fuck made this Vince figure?
I don't know.
This doesn't look anything like Vince. It's Jeff Jarrett. This looks like who's that dude? The big buff actor dude, Zito.
Oh yeah.
Looks like Chuck Zito. I don't know what his name is.
You got
at-
Flair
woo!
just about to
We got
woo.
some posters here.
Oh, cool. DDP.
Look at this one. Got some Attitude Era divas.
Kurt Angle.
Oh, look, it's got a couple of.
Oh, here you go. Del Rio.
Got a couple of swimsuit shots here. Look at that. Woo! Of Maria. What's her face?
Oh, yeah.
They did like this wedding segment on. Oh.
Iron Sheik.
Break your back and make you humble.
Thank you very much.
They did a segment on TNA where there was like a wedding that it was actually really entertaining. It kind of made me want to watch TNA, but knowing now that they're getting rid of Drew Galloway and the Hardys and like the disrespect there, I was like, I don't really want to watch
Yeah, I
that.
know.
Anyways, look at this hot one. Look at Lita. She looks like a devil in the flesh.
Yeah.
She sews boo-boos on there. What else we got going on here? Just a poster with the best of 2005. The best of one we weren't watching. Oh, there's a Raw one and there's a SmackDown. Here, you take that one.
I'll take this one.
Do some commentary on it. Look at this one. Another Christy Hemme. Boy, some teenage boy really loved their divas. Another Christy Hemme one. She did Playboy. What's this one? All sorts of divas here. Look at this one. Who's this? Oh, Candice Michelle. Like it's a GoDaddy girl. You're a real wrestler. Anyways,
Cool. That's a lot of posters.
That's a lot. I have no guarantees they're going to make up. Maybe the Lita one will make it up. I like that Lita one. It's kind of cool. It's got boo-boos on it. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We have a bunch of toys.
Lindsay and who was that one?
You ripped the name off. You ripped the name off.
Look at these toys. I'm on the top. I need to play with toys in this episode. Break your back, make you humble, Vince McMahon.
Look at this. This is great. Look.
Mr.
Bang!
Mr.
Bang!
Mr.
Bang!
Kennedy McMahon.
Bang!
Remember that shot of Sheik when he was hovering over Hogan and he had a freaking erection?
Yeah.
You're erect! Oh my
Bang!
goodness, too much. I don't know how we're going to do all these toys, man. All right. Let's answer some questions here, Larson.
Yes.
We got some more questions, and we're already over an hour, I think, right now.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, here we go. Low-level writer Carlos Hackworth. He's confirmed it for us, Larson. He is, in fact, the low-level WWE writer. He says, Larson, the fate of the world rests on your shoulders. An alien race has come to blow up the earth, killing everyone you know and love. The only way to save the planet is to too sweet me. What do you do?
I don't know.
They always the aliens say, and like little subtitle says, "Too sweet, Steve. We're gonna blow up your fucking planet." I'm not even sure I'd too sweet you are, but you know what? We kind of deserve it at this point. This planet is going to hell, Larson.
Motor City
Go ahead.
Deathmatch champion Jimmy Alpha. Hey, friendos, aside from the leg drop of doom, what finisher or signature move, in your opinion, looks the least devastating? How about the most devastating?
The 5-knuckle shuffle is merely him falling with this right here.
That's not really a finisher.
I think he's beat people with it.
Oh, he has?
I think he has. Same with the Rock.
People's elbow.
The people's
I know.
elbow.
I know.
Stupid.
I know. I thought that.
Those are some dumb finishers.
I thought the people's elbow would be my answer for the least devastating. What about the most devastating?
Billy Kidman's moonsault.
Oh, shooting star press?
Shooting star press, yeah.
Well, an unbotched finisher.
Oh. Yeah, and of course, you know, he
Package pile driver looks like you could legit, like it would legit hurt.
The Michinoku driver.
Or what is Jay Briscoe's? The J driver?
Yeah, the one-winged angel. They all look bad.
Yeah.
Any driver. All
Yeah.
drivers. Drivers are bad. Advocate for man dying of thirst. Robert Draftmaster Chacon.
Mm-hmm.
With that brutal finish, with the ring rope snapping off the turnbuckle, what kind of ring set destruction has happened in the past you think looked the coolest? The ECW one when I think like Bam Bam went through the ring.
Oh, that was the ramp, yeah.
The ramp. The ramp.
Was it the ring?
Was the ring or ramp?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
There was a couple times where in WWE where there was a superplex and the ring broke.
Yeah.
That always looked neat.
In XPW when they set it on fire.
Yeah, that wasn't very cool.
That was bad.
That was very bad.
This is kind of cool. I like this. Just Perfect says the Giant tearing the ring down with his bare hands in WCW since he was forbidden from physically contacting Kevin Nash. That's good. I like
that is good.
One.
Dom the Man Hilberg.
I'm the man.
Hey, friendos. WWE Creative has tasked both of you with giving a gimmick to a developmental wrestler of your choosing. In an attempt to get this talent over with the NXT and hopefully main roster crowds, which W. Steve W. and fun wrestling gimmicks do you give to your selected talent?
Let's see here. Giving a gimmick to a developmental talent.
So you have to take a W. Steve W. gimmick and give it to someone in NXT.
All right. Well, I feel right now Roderick Strong needs a gimmick. So I'm going to give him the W. Steve W. gimmick of Hannibal Headhunter Hansen, who's this very mysterious cult leader type figure who keeps alluding to a greater power that he's giving himself over to, and he's collecting souls of some sort. Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
I'm gonna make Dan Matha into top-notch super best.
Oh, is that confirmed? Top-notch super best unmasks, and he's Dan Matha.
No, that's what I'll do for Dan Matha.
Wow.
Dan Matha.
Wow. No, I'm gonna make Roderick Strong Lenny Omega. Because I think he has the chops. El Ingobernable de Tejas, Adam Mayhem. First of all, saw your top 10 wrestlers that had a great career post-WWE, and I wanted to point out that Cody Rhodes is the first wrestler to wrestle at WrestleMania, Battle of LA, Bound for Glory, and Wrestle Kingdom on the same year. Now to the question, who do you guys think should leave the WWE to have a better career? Just Perfect here says Cesaro, the Ascension, and Vaudevillains. I disagree with Vaudevillains and Ascension, but I could see Cesaro.
Oh, Cesaro would be huge if he went elsewhere.
Being a Bullet Club guy.
Or if he went back, if he went to New Japan.
Guys like that who are like really good wrestlers, but aren't really getting the shake they deserve creatively, perhaps, would do good. I'm trying to think of who else on the bit. I could see Dolph transitioning. I wonder, dude. Dolph has been in the WWE for as long as we've known him.
Yeah.
What? I think that it would be kind of a creative renaissance for him.
Well, I would hope
to
so.
see what he could do. He's like supremely athletic. He sells like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I think Dolph could do really, really good things.
I would be more
curious
to see if, because he comes from an amateur wrestling background, but his in-ring style typically isn't indicative of that. So I'd be interested to see if he were to go out on the indies or go to Japan, if he would kind of change up his in-ring style.
Right. Yeah.
Because offensively, his moveset, I won't say limited because I'm sure he could do a lot more, but he doesn't do much.
Yeah, I know.
You know, his matches usually consist of a few moves, a lot of elbows, selling a lot, and then a zigzag and a super kick.
Yeah. Trying to think about others. Who on like the Raw?
I know.
Yeah.
There's dust all over the place.
Well, that was a bug.
Oh, that was a bug? I have bugs in my eyes then. I don't know.
I know. I need to give this place a once over. Let's see here. Oh, God damn it. I zoomed in. I hate when that happens.
That's all right. Empire of Filth official butthole inspector Lewis Roberts.
Oh, there we go.
Who is the next big NXT signing? Who is it, and how will they do it? Well, for those who don't know what that means,
Adam Cole, baby.
I have noticed that he's getting his body in better shape.
Yep. It's contract 2017 is a contract year for him. That's what I'm thinking. He's gonna sign when is his current deal up?
I think April or May.
Oh, that's right.
So it got prolonged because he was hurt for a while.
So he made a big stink at Honor Rising of saying Adam Cole is in New Japan.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be doing more stuff there. And I think he's going to have a really, really strong year.
But he won't be there. I mean, between now and May 1st,
there'll be somebody.
If he's going to NXT, I don't think he's going to NXT yet.
The next big NXT signing.
Matt Riddle.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. Easily.
Because he's talked about having opportunities.
They passed on him, but according to Meltzer, they're keeping their eye on him.
Yeah.
I think as soon as his opportunity. I don't think he's going to be the kind of guy who's like, no, I'm going to wait until I'm 35.
No, but I think he understands that, from what I've read, that I think he's enjoying his time on the indie scene now and gaining experience building up his brand.
Yeah. Let's see here. Nafaretti, his Empire Filth name is just too gross.
Yeah, it's too much.
My question is going to be talking all about clothing, so Too Sweet the Fashion Police. I've been thinking which wrestler looks weird without a certain look and which superstar would look weird swapped with another. He wants to see Braun Strowman in the Naomi's glow-up one piece. Yeah, I don't want to see that. It'd be weird. Which wrestler looks weird without a certain look? What does that mean?
We've seen it before. Bray Wyatt without a beard.
Oh, yeah, that's weird.
Looks weird.
That's no bueno. Speaking of Braun Strowman as a rosebud. Because that was a thing. That happened.
But he still looked like Braun Strowman. He still had the beard and the hair and stuff.
Yeah, I know. Let's see here. Which superstar would look weird swapped with another? I want to see Sami Zayn swapped with Alexa Bliss. So but when she was the brief period when she was doing Harley Quinn.
Okay.
I want to see a Harley Quinn version of Sami Zayn.
Okay.
That's my answer.
Ty Perez, hey friendos, people criticize WCW for booking to pop ratings and not really looking at the long term. In a way, isn't that what WWE is doing?
Are you on Most Popular?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Am I not on Most Popular? That's weird. Did he just do this?
I don't know. It's got you. There's a heart here that you put on it.
I did it, man.
In a way, isn't that what WWE is doing with so much reliance on part-timers? They seem to be more concerned with bringing in the part-timers to boost their pay-per-view numbers. Yeah, I mean, like we said earlier, they are booking especially WrestleMania season to pop ratings, pop box office.
Here's kind of the difference, though, is that WCW would be really stupid with it.
They would just do it week to week. They had no long-term plan.
Like, look at the names: Karl Malone, Jay Leno. Like, WWE is kind of threatening that with Shaq, but that's like stretching it out a bit. You know, it's like when Jay Leno is headlining like your biggest pay-per-view of the year, that's bad.
Yeah,
that's not good. Karl Malone, that's not good.
Yeah,
although we both like
David
Karl
Arquette.
Malone. It's a pretty far. I mean, look at the names that the WWE is interested in terms of celebrities. Ronda Rousey, Conor McGregor are two of the best fighters in the history of their particular genre of fighting. Yeah. Let's see here. The uninvited ghost. Who is each of your favorite wrestlers to never hold a top title in the WWE? I say Scott Hall first.
Well, would you? The Intercontinental title is a top title, isn't it?
Oh, I would say.
Is it strictly world titles?
Yeah, because he mentions DiBiase. Didn't DiBiase he had the $1 million title?
Well, he made up that belt. if you're just saying who never won the world title.
Just world title.
Oh, yeah, Scott Hall.
Scott Hall for sure.
Give us
Mr.
Perfect.
Two.
Just Perfect says Mr. Perfect. That's a good
it's a good one, too, but for us, it's Scott Hall.
Yeah,
for
Scott
sure.
Hall. The advocate for Eddie Bennett, Terrence Thompson. Every time Titus O'Neil is on TV, I can't help but be happy and sad at the same time. One of my favorite wrestlers who has tons of potential but being treated like a throwaway talent. How would you book his resurgence, and who would you put him on? Oh, sorry, and would you put him on SmackDown as a part of it?
I would give him a friend. He's looking for a partner. He's looking to be a part of something.
Who would his friend be? Who would his partner be?
Jeff Cobb.
Oh, that'd be great.
I know. Bring in Jeff Cobb.
Yeah.
We've seen that he can do the friendship thing well in the Chosen Bros.
Yeah.
So that's what I would do.
That's a good idea, Steve.
Thank you. Connor O'Farrell, new patron here. Thank you, Connor. And I was wondering if you guys think Cesaro will ever get a big push or at least get a world title run the next few years like fans have been calling for. I don't know. I'll put it this way. Wouldn't surprise me, yes. Wouldn't surprise me, no.
It'd be more likely if he were on SmackDown.
Yeah, I know. His fate is going to be determined by a future draft. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking.
If he had ended up on SmackDown instead of Raw, he could be in the same space as The Miz.
He also could be in the same space as Dolph.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, who knows?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know. Could you imagine like a Cesaro AJ Styles series?
It'd be great.
Fantastic.
It'd be great. Justin England. Speculation points to AJ eventually finding his way to Raw and Triple H building a corporate evolution type stable of heavy hitters to do his bidding. What are the chances that we could see AJ and his former Bullet Club buddies form a stable out of opposition to this corporate clan? And should it include Finn Balor? I, for one, think it would be awesome. And he says Empire of Filth for life.
I'll put it this way. AJ going to Raw is a possibility. AJ face turn is a possibility.
Oh, AJ's face turn is an inevitability.
Finn remaining a face is a guarantee.
Yeah.
The Gallows and Anderson at this point are malleable. You can do anything with them because they're bearing the shit out of them.
Yes.
So them turning face and being booked strong is totally within the realm of possibility. I would love it. I would love it. I would love this. I would love it.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Probably not going to happen.
Yeah, probably not going to happen at all.
Steve wants it. The pre-Cumdertaker. First-time patron here.
Thank you very much.
Pre-Cumdertaker. This new Evolution faction idea has been catching a lot of steam on the web. Well, I think Pete Dunne would make an amazing addition. I think that Charlotte would be even better, given she could fit the up-and-comer role fairly well. She is like a 5-8 time champion.
She's looking to be a 5-time women's champion.
Not really an up-and-comer role, but I see your point.
Yeah.
There's a certain amount of synchronicity in having a flair in both versions of Evolution. That is a good point.
That is a very good point.
I agree with that. Yeah, good point.
That is
we
a good
like
point.
it. We like it a lot.
Yeah.
And it would give Charlotte something new to do.
I know, especially after WrestleMania.
For sure. Eddie Jose Guevara de Menivar.
Hey, friendos, I must say that I did enjoy Larson stepping up when Steve was down. I also thought Larson needed more promo
You want
time.
to start doing the SmackDown intro?
Sure.
Okay.
My question is, how likely is it that Brock interferes in the Goldberg versus Owens match, costing Goldberg the title? I think at this point, Lesnar would be more interested in making a statement against Goldberg than winning the title. That's not what Heyman said. Heyman said that Lesnar was interested in Goldberg winning the title at Fastlane so he could beat Goldberg for the title at Mania. So according to that promo, it is in Lesnar's interest that Goldberg wins the belt at Fastlane.
Lots of moving pieces.
Yes.
This is going to be overbooked to hell. And
Yep.
It's going to be fantastic.
Well, I hope so. I hope it's like the Triple H Sting match level of overbooked.
Oh, yeah.
Where it was fun.
It was just Mark Fest 3000.
Yeah, instead of some crazy WCW overbooking.
Oh,
which is
yeah,
just
yeah,
frustrating.
yeah. Well, where's Vince Russo? He's not involved in this. Did they ever make a Vince Russo action figure?
That is a good question.
Bro, I need an action figure, bro. Hamza Halal says, why does Cesaro still have the Rock tape on?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know.
He came back after Mania, right?
It's part of his deal, man. It's just part
Almost
of his
a
thing
year.
now. Yeah, it's part of his thing. The Greek freak Steve Papa.
Lately, I've been noticing that Steve's Raw stinger in the intro is going from Tarzan to an opera singer. Mm-hmm. Can we switch that back?
I tried a bit more like Tarzan today because I saw this question, but I think I want to stick with opera singer.
I agree.
Underutilized fun wrestling talent, which is like a lot because you're not a book. This question isn't Raw related, but with the tragic passing of Ulysses, no one in WCW can stop the Golden Powers. The top-notch super team, I believe, stands a shot. What are the chances of this dream match taking place?
Not very good.
Probably not very good. You know what sucks? Is that, like, we are huge fans of the possibility of dream matches. Half of our countouts are dream match this, dream match that.
Yeah, there'll be one coming up this weekend.
We could totally cross-pollinate our
We're going to
booking.
do this at some point. We're going to do a soup. This is breaking news here. We haven't announced this yet. We're going to do we've already said that we're going to do some cross-promotional stuff.
Yeah.
Like we're going to do the Haas tournament.
Yeah.
But at some point, we're going to have our version of WrestleMania. I don't know when.
Yeah.
It'll be cross-promotional.
Yes, correct.
And that's all I'll say.
Okay, all right.
JT, a.k.a. one of Dalton's boys.
He was one of the standouts at Honor Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, friendos, first time.
Hold on,
patron,
I read this, so I'm gonna boil this. This is a big ass paragraph.
Oh, yeah.
Here, so I'll boil this.
Oh boy,
down
this is a
little
long
bit.
question.
He wanted to thank you for getting through every work week with these great podcasts. Thank you very much.
very
We
much.
appreciate the sentiment. Bullet Club has declared war on WWE and want 5-on-5 Survivor Series matches against Team Raw and another against Team SmackDown. Only rule is you can use one Bullet Club member once. I'm picking for Bullet Club because of my Pro 2 Suite policy.
Okay.
And you're picking WWE. So let's do
That's a good
5
question.
Bullet Club members against 5 WWE members.
No, I like his idea because
You wanna do Raw and SmackDown?
it chooses you to pick two even strength Bullet Club teams.
Okay. All right.
So I think it's a good challenge for you to have balanced teams for Raw and SmackDown.
Okay. So I choose Bullet Club. Right now I'm going to go.
Let's do Raw. Let's do Raw.
Okay. For Raw, Let's see here. Raw has a couple of big heavy hitters. They got Samoa Joe. They got Braun. They got Roman Reigns. They got Seth, who's more of an athletic dude. I'm going to say for Raw, I'm going to do Bad Luck Fale because he's the underboss. He's a big dude. I'll go with him, and I'll go Bad Luck Fale. And I'll go with Hangman Page. And I'll go with Cody. And I'll go Kenny Omega. No. Let's see. What did I say? Bad Luck Fale, Hangman Page, Cody, and...
Well, if you're not putting Omega in that team, you better put Adam Cole and Cody together. I would think, because then you'll have Omega and Bucks on the other, and the Young Bucks on the other team.
Well, I'm going to put the Elite. No, I'm going to put the Dream Team over against SmackDown.
Okay.
Because currently they have AJ.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put the Dream Team, which is Adam Cole, Kenny Omega, and the Bucks.
Yeah.
Over against SmackDown, and then I'm going to add. I'll add Hangman Page over here. No, fuck it. I'll add Cody over here. I'm going to stack it.
Wow.
I'm going to stack it against SmackDown because you got Cena on your team. You got Cena.
Well,
you got AJ.
Hold on. I haven't picked my teams yet.
If you don't put Cena and AJ on your team, then you're terrible. Yet. So I got Bad Luck Fale, Hangman. I'm just jobbing these guys out. Oh, no. I'm going to put. Hold on a second.
You got to put the Gorillas of Destiny on there somewhere.
Bad Luck Fale. I'll put the Gorillas of Destiny. I'll put. Who am I missing from Bullet Club right now?
Takahashi.
Yeah, I don't care about him. Who am I missing?
Bone Soldier.
Boy, they really get watered down after the Dream Team, don't they? Bad Luck Fale, Gorillas of Destiny.
Yes.
I guess I have to put Hangman Page.
And then Takahashi.
And I guess I have to put Taka. Who am I? I feel like I'm missing somebody.
That's why you got to break up Cody and Omega.
No, you know who instead of Takahashi, I'm gonna put Jeff Jarrett in there.
Oh, okay. Are we doing Legacy?
I think he's still technically Bullet Club.
Okay.
He hasn't been around for a while.
So Raw will be.
Why couldn't I have done LIJ?
There's only 5 members of LIJ.
That's a good point.
For Raw will be Finn.
Okay.
Joe.
Okay.
Kevin Owens.
Okay.
Lesnar.
Okay.
And Rollins is hurt.
I mean, I'm going to lose Raw. I knew I was going to lose Raw no matter what. I'm going to lose Raw, but I'll win SmackDown. Oh, Kazarian is in Bullet Club now.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Man, I lost my train of thought. I guess I'll go Rollins. SmackDown will be AJ, Cena, Orton, Bray,
yeah.
And The Miz.
Okay. Raw, you should. Oh, see, I should have done the Dream Team on Raw.
Yeah.
But then you would have had to do New Day. I want to say the Elite.
Yeah, that's what I would have done.
Yeah. No, SmackDown. Your team Raw wins. My team.
I don't know. My team SmackDown's really good.
They can beat the Dream Team and Cody Rhodes. No, they can't.
I don't know.
No, they can't. Kenny Omega eliminate. Wait, who'd you have? Cena, AJ.
I had AJ, Cena, Randy, Bray, and The Miz.
The Miz. Get out of here with The Miz. Why'd you have Baron Corbin?
Oh, I forgot about Baron.
Oh,
yeah,
my
Baron.
goodness
Sorry, Baron Corbin.
graciousness.
Sorry.
See, this is what I'm saying, though. WWE has all the talent in the world to be doing this shit. Okay, let's just do 2 more questions.
Okay.
Okay.
So we still have Kayfabe Corner to do.
Yes. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Jose
GGR. Hey, friendos. Is there any way they have Roman Reigns win at Fastlane without making Braun look terrible? The match seemed pointless.
There is a way. Will they do it? Probably not.
Just Perfect suggests The Undertaker interferes.
Yeah, I guess you can kind of make it interesting.
Butch Bacon's grease catcher.
There you go.
Jerome Murray.
There you go.
Hey, friendos. First-time patron. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And his question is about the UK title guys.
Right.
What do you guys feel is a ceiling for the UK roster on their own show? And do you think it'll be long before we see any UK tournament guys on Raw or SmackDown? Thanks. I think based on the strength of the personalities, dedicated, localized United Kingdom show. Mm-hmm. Depending on how they book it, could probably be better than 205 Live.
Oh, there's no probably about that. The only question is, will it be better than NXT or not? There's no probably about it.
Well, I'm just trying to be fair.
205 Live is terrible. You ready for Kayfabe Corner?
You didn't answer this question.
What's the question?
Oh, do you think before long we'll see any of the United Kingdom tournament participants on Raw or SmackDown?
Trent Seven, Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What was the theme again? I passed by it. What is it? Who were up for vote?
Wait, what?
For Kayfabe Corner, who was up for vote?
Oh, Matt Hardy and Drew Galloway,
That's
because
right.
they just left TNA.
That's right.
And Matt Hardy won overwhelmingly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which is great because Matt Hardy is like a walk, like for the past 20 years. Like it's just 20 years of just
I know
stuff.
I know.
So this is all over the map. It's great though. It's very easy to do. Anyways, are you ready?
Yeah.
The K-Babe Corner is the greatest trivia challenge ever. 12 names. Some are fake, some are real.
2 bonus questions, right?
2 bonus questions.
I think you're up. What did I say? You're up 3? 4. Okay.
Number 1.
1.
And next week it'll be tied up in terms
Yes.
of numbers. Okay. Number 1.
1.
Ruby Ray.
Real.
Fake. Suicide 2.
I know there was one suicide, and multiple people were suicide. Real.
Fake. Haas Funk.
Real.
Yeah. Who was that?
Oh, I don't remember.
Dory Funk Jr.
Oh, okay.
He trained Matt Hardy. Cue Ball Carmichael.
Real.
Yeah. That sounds like the fakest name
I
ever,
know.
though. Good job. The Avant Garde.
Fake.
Very good. Derek Billington.
Fake.
Real. Sounds hella fake.
I know. It sounds because like Derek Bateman and Billington was Dynamite Kid's last name, wasn't it?
Jojo Montego.
Real.
Fake, but really good fake name.
That is a good name.
Yeah. Surge.
Real.
Very good. Buddy Kane.
What number is this?
I don't know. This is the 4th from last.
Oh, okay. Man, I better get my act together. What is it?
Buddy Kane.
Real.
Fake.
Damn it.
Kung Pao.
Real.
Fake.
Oh, my goodness.
Sweet and Sour Inc.
You're laughing, so I'm guessing it's fake.
It's real, baby.
Oh, my gosh.
It's terrible. It's so funny. And finally, The Mass Outlaw.
Real.
Very good. Yes.
I only got 5. That was awful.
That was great. Well, maybe we'll make up for it here.
I started counting reals and fakes rather than just concentrating on the names individually.
Oh, man.
It's a bad strategy.
And I think it was a 6 and 6. Number 1.
1.
Who did Matt face off against in his very first WWF match?
Oh, I know this, I feel like.
And it did not specify it was his first televised match, so it just says his first match.
I'm thinking. Because I feel like I've read that before.
Okay.
Darn it. I feel like I know this. Triple H.
Nikolai Volkov.
Ah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 2. Matt was released on April 11th, 2005, after the entire Lita Edge Revelation thing. Who was the only other wrestler released on that same day?
2005.
April 11th, 2005.
Val Venus.
Rhino.
Interesting.
Interesting. Yeah.
Not a good week for Larson.
I put it together another week. Next week, then
You
I'll
could.
be dominating again.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
I'm only up 1.
You're only up 1, so the world is my oyster, baby.
Man, that was awful.
All right, I'm going to look to get 8 next week. If I get 8 next week, I'll be up by 7.
Yeah.
It'll be amazing.
Yeah, it'd be pretty good for you.
It'd be very good for me. Anyways, we got to get going. I got to transfer this. I got to make the show.
Well, we
got
still
to do a bonus episode.
and we have to get lunch.
All right. Anyways, that's it for now. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.